Hey guys, welcome to Running Reimagined. For those of you that don't know, my name is Dylan Hopper. I come out with videos every single week that help give you a tip or a trick to improving and hopefully over time transforming your running experience. So today's episode has to do with how to create a massive breakthrough, a massive PR overnight. Now what I mean by that is you have to have already put in the physical preparation. You have to be physically prepared to take yourself to that next level. And then the only thing that you're missing is just that mental switch. And the mental switch is what's going to take you to the next level. This is a tip, a strategy that you can be able to implement directly to hopefully being able to get you there. If you're physically prepared and you're ready to break through, hopefully this tip will be able to help you out. What it is you're going to write a letter to yourself. Now, I know that sounds corny, so stick with me. What you're going to do before you write the letter is you're going to have to put yourself in a state where that letter is going to mean something. And so you're going to go back and you're going to visualize, whether you visualize, close your eyes and think about, meditate, whatever you need to do. Go back to your past races that you had where you're so frustrated with that performance. And you want to go back and think about the specific situations that you were frustrated with. And you want to put them in as clear of detail as possible. You want to be back in that situation. You want to put yourself back in what it felt like after that race where you were so frustrated with yourself because you knew that you had physically prepared and it was just a mental turnover. It was all up here. That was the only difference between you having the performance that you had versus you having the performance that you wanted to, which was to have a certain PR, a certain personal best. So if you can do that, so once you're in that state, that's great. Then what you do is you break out and you start writing this letter. And why you write it down is most people have dreams and goals. Most people don't write them down. The difference is if you have a dream and a goal of reaching a certain time, if you've never written it down, it's just out there. If you write it down, it cements it that much deeper into your brain where this is a must. This must happen. So what you're going to do, you're going to start writing this letter and you're going to write out all the things that frustrated the hell out of you. Go write specifically the certain situations, the certain physical cues that you started to feel when you started to go down there, the certain mental things that you thought. Write down the specific mental things that you thought that started to lead you down that negative path. Write all those things out. And then once you have all those things written down, what you're going to do is this is where you're going to set a new standard for yourself. And in the next paragraph, you're going to write down all the things that this is going to be essentially be able to create your perfect race. So you're going to write down all the things that you're not going to tolerate anymore. You're not going to, anything that you just wrote down is unacceptable. And you're going to write down anything and everything that is going to help take you to that next level. You're going to paint the perfect race for yourself. And you have to be able to write it down with 100% conviction and belief that this is going to happen. And you have to, once you finish the letter, read through it over and over and over and continue to put yourself in that frustrated point where your standard is here and this is what you have achieved, but you know now and you've written down exactly what you're going to do that's going to take you here. And this standard is now unacceptable. And your next race, you're going to do everything you just said you're going to, and it's going to lead you to this standard. Once you do that, as you prepare for this race, the day before, the day of, as you're doing your warm-ups and stuff, you're going to have all these things running through your head where you're so in the zone that you know the things that you need to work on. You know the mental preparations where when you start to tell yourself something that would normally lead you down to a mental path, you're going to turn it around, change it to something empowering, tell yourself that there's nothing that can stop you. Whatever your affirmation is, whatever you need to tell yourself, you're going to tell yourself those things, and you're going to go through it so many times. You're going to have read through that letter so many times. You're going to, as you're going through your warm-up, you basically already have the letter memorized, and you know exactly what you're going to do in this next race, and you're going to go out and you're going to kick ass. That's kind of my tip for you today. As you go, I'll just kind of continue to add, as you go through that race, it'll be really funny because you've gone through it so many times. It's going to become automatic where you're going to start to have that thought, and then it's crazy, all of a sudden you'll just reverse it, and it's not something that you're putting in a lot of effort to do, but you've told yourself in your brain over and over and over again that that thought is unacceptable, and then you're gonna achieve this, and you're gonna all of a sudden just push yourself harder, get in that next gear. So that's kind of my tip for you today. I hope that helps you. I've used this tip before several times, and it has helped me go from certain times to massive PRs overnight. And I had already put in the physical work. So if you put in the physical work, this can be a tip or a strategy that helps you. I hope this helped you. If this did and you found this helpful, please like the video. If you know someone who might enjoy this and might be able to use this in their running experience, please share it with them. I just want to thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.